Hey everyone, welcome to Neil Talks. My name's Neil and it's time to talk The Expanse. We're already 5 episodes in and I'm desperate for more information. And it's not that the show isn't giving information, it's just not spelling things out for us. It's not holding us by the hand and expositing everything we need to know. We have to be smart. We have to pick up the clues. We have to piece it together ourselves. And I love that, but I also feel like we haven't gotten quite enough clues just yet to know the big picture about what's going on. We don't know who the bad guys are. We don't know who it was that first attacked the Scopuli, and then the Cant, and then the Donager. It seems to be a single enemy, but we don't know who they are because the Scopuli was OPA, the Cant was an Earther Corporation vessel, and the Donager was the flagship of the Martian fleet. So it seems that all of these ships are all these ships from different factions are being destroyed by a single enemy that we don't know. So that's fascinating. Hopefully we'll progress in learning more about that soon. Our 4 survivors, originally of the Cant, now of the Night, are on a Martian shuttle heading to Tycho. They're the only survivors of the Donager. So they basically look like terrorists at this point because they're the sole survivors of 2 major ship attacks. And Naomi has been linked with the OPA, so that's probably how they would be identified if they showed up in Martian or Earthers territory. So they head to Tycho, where they're going to meet a guy named Fred Johnson, who we're only just starting to learn about, but he's the butcher of Anderson Station. He used to be the UN Navy, but now he seems to be aligned with the OPA. Now, one of the things I'm really appreciating about this show is the complexity of the characters, and not just their personalities, but their alignment. It would be easy to say, okay, we have Earthers, we have Martians, we have Belters. And you're one of those 3. But we've got more nuance to that. We've got characters like Miller, who is a Belter, but other Belters think of him as a traitor. Awella Waller, is that the word? Because he works for an Earther corporation as a cop. So he's a bit of a sellout to his own kind. We've got characters like Holden, who's an Earther who doesn't miss Earth, doesn't appear to have any loyalty to Earth, and he's maybe a free agent, maybe he's a little more aligned with the Belters. And then we've got characters like Fred Johnson, who, like I said, used to be in the Earther Navy, and now he's aligned with the OPA. So it's not as simple as race here. It seems to be you can choose your team at any time, and there is movement back and forth from team to team. You get people who are fully aligned with who they are. You know, like Christian is an Earther through and through. There's no doubt there. But then there are certainly characters who are much more complex. And how extreme are you in your views? Are you just a regular Belter, or have you been radicalized and joined the OPA? I'm very curious to see more. We need more information. I'm looking forward to seeing, I forget the name of our new shuttle, but the crew of, they used to be the Knight. I'm looking forward to them meeting up with Mr. Johnson and learning more about what he's all about. And I want to learn more about what happened with Julie Mao, and hopefully Miller's going to make greater progress in the case this episode. Julie Mao is another one. You know, she's an Earther who sort of went away from everything that her family had and stood for, and she joined the OPA in a fit of rebellion, but it seems like she really, really cared about the Belter cause. So, yeah. let's learn more about all these characters, because there are some fascinating ones in this show. I'm ready to jump into it. If you are, this is episode 6, and it's called Rock Bottom. Seeing all those walls around Manhattan is...
So why am I being ambushed?
I need to borrow your
oddly
spy Tycho station.
Sinister. Creepy.
To keep an eye on Fred Johnson.
Oh, she knows about Fred, too.
You know why I quit the intel desk? I couldn't tell anymore if I was still working for the good guys.
You make the phone call.
Yeah, she's ruthless, isn't she?
Prepare for docking clamp capture.
Here you are.
You're either some kind of genius, Mr. Holden, or you the luckiest dipshit in the solar system. You could be the key to stopping all our war.
We're not the only witnesses. You were watching.
I'll give you safe harbor, and I'll get rid of that ship for you.
No one's getting rid of our ship. I have half a platoon of pissed-off Martian Marines who are just itching for some payback.
No, you don't.
I'm guessing there are 2 to 4 people left on your ship, and I'm confident that there's no Martian Navy on board, because you're in charge. At least you think you are. Now, shall we talk about how to help each other?
All right. Fred knows his shit.
Your parents must be proud.
Okay, another series gang, I'm assuming.
You can't do that to him.
No,
He's Star Helix.
they work for Dawes.
We're going to have a nice long talk, you and I. How long depends on you.
Did you pattern the charges? Yeah, just like you said.
Okay, so we're on a tiny little asteroid in the belt. They've planted explosives in it, and they've got a net around it. Are they just like trying to turn it into gravel? Uh-oh. What? Did he just do that? Did he just expose himself to space? What? Can you do that?
Maybe you know exactly where those ships came from.
Maybe I have no idea. I'm taking control of the Tachi right now.
The hell you are.
Right there!
Holden, tell the butcher to call off his men, or I'll have Alex vent his bloody station.
Why do you care so much what happened to this girl?
Take my job very seriously.
You are the station joke. We are fighting for something precious here, Miller.
Sure. A fatter percentage of the docks.
You even think like an Earther. I am talking about independence.
Yeah. With you as governor?
You keep missing the point.
That's why you gotta make the Mao case disappear. The only question is, why you gotta sacrifice her?
You're in love with Julie Mao.
Yeah.
Attention, Zing Long. This is MCRN Scipio Africanus. Power down and prepare to be boarded.
No, here come the Martians.
I provided a ship for an OPA recon mission out of Ceres, which disappeared. The name of that ship is the Scopuli. That's right. I need this frigate to retrieve the lone survivor, Lionel Polanski.
Who?
It's a code name. We received a set of coordinates from him a short time after
For
the
Julie
disaster.
now.
I'll pick up your operator.
You're too valuable as a witness. If you get killed...
The other 3 saw just as much as I did.
We are just trying to feed our families, okay?
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do for you. Absolutely nothing.
I went easy on you before, but now you're not gonna pass through the restricted zone on your way home.
Starting to fuel, we die for sure.
That's your problem, not mine.
You're using his crew? How do you know he's not gonna space you the second you get out
Because
there?
you're gonna rig the Rossi so it only responds to my command. Why are you so hell-bent, Holden? Because this is my fault.
Yeah, he wants to do right by his crew.
Holden did the right thing.
Why didn't you tell me? You should have said something.
He said it now. And Naomi told him to keep quiet.
Julie Mao.
You took an innocent kid and you forced her to do your dirty work.
She was willing to make a sacrifice for us. Which is more than you.
She trusted you. Just like your sister.
This
Part
is
of the
new.
legend you like to leave out. Everybody knows that story.
I doubt that. My sister Athena, the most beautiful child in all the belt, the smartest. But she was fragile. Her bones were like chalk, an impossible burden for a dirt poor family of rock hoppers.
So you killed her.
And that makes me a monster. I came to realize that I have millions of brothers and sisters in the belt. I even count you among them.
So everybody dies for the cause. Except for you.
If she was here right now, she'd spit in your face.
You want us to call you sir and madam and grovel like we are some second-class citizens? Well, enjoy your final day.
No!
God!
Please!
He's throwing his nephew out.
I'm sorry!
And warm your fat.
Just putting him in.
Uncle! Please!
Yeah, he's not surviving.
Fred Johnson turned his back on Earth. The OPA killed your son.
Oh.
You sure this isn't personal?
You're damn right it's personal.
More info about Christian. The OPA killed her son. Where are we now?
I'm Daniel.
Are we on Tycho?
Not interested, Daniel. I grew up in places like this.
You grew up? I wouldn't have figured that. Yeah, I guess you must have been as happy as a puppy with two peckers, right? I didn't mean it like that.
Like what?
I'm gonna stop talking. Two more, please.
It's an honest living. Go on. It'd be good for you. You're not married.
Are there any bodies we need to take care of?
Lieutenant Lopez. He's in the rear hole.
I'll make sure his body's returned to Mars. He's a fellow soldier.
Thank you.
Okay. It's good seeing Chad Coleman after The Walking Dead, but I can't figure out his character at all right now. I'm waiting for him to turn bad. Oh. Are they gonna space him? Alright, in the nick of time.
Please! You don't need to do this!
A man's gonna stand up.
Come back!
No, he's saving his nephew because he's going.
Live so long.
With a boot to our necks, Sasuke. You are an unauthorized interceptor.
Yeah.
It's okay, Diogo.
Someone will find you out there.
A man's gonna stand up.
He's basically driving a truck bomb into the Martians. Did he? He didn't take him out. He hit them, but it didn't look like it did what he was hoping it would. Oh, no. There's a big old explosion in the face mask. Man, so he's just free floating in space. How much air does he have? Oh, man.
We're gonna miss you, pal. Wherever you are.
I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm saying. Okay, that's cheers.
To those brave, crazy bastards who got us off the Donager.
I like her neck tattoo.
Those Marines could have saved themselves, gone home to their families, instead of coming back for us.
Oh. What was that in his armor, in Lopez's armor?
Would you have come back for me?
Memory?
At the time, with all those
Memory
bullets
stick?
flying?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Oh. We got recording contact lenses. He's the Batman.
I've never killed anyone before.
You know, every time you remember something, Your mind changes it just a little until your best and your worst memories, they're your biggest illusions.
Interesting. I like that thought.
It's terrible advice.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, she was gonna go there. You still got it. Oh, it's got all the gas tanks on it. It's a gas freighter, all right. Okay.
You're late.
She's going with.
What
They're all
is
going
this?
with.
Well, spare us the speech.
I guess we lost Amos.
Oh, he'll be here in a sec.
Cool.
I guess I'll put on some coffee.
We'll bring your Lionel Polanski home, if he's out there. In return, I want you to help me find someone. Someday I'll come to you with a
So
name.
Lionel Polanski, it's a code name, but it's not Julie Mao. Probably. Baratnas Gas. Oh, it's got the Rocinante paint job. Cool, cool. Oh, it's like classic pinup art. I love it.
What the hell am I looking at?
I'm looking at, I don't know, some kind of bioweapon?
Where'd this recording come from?
Phoebe, that's what I think. Phoebe Station.
I meant, where'd you get it?
Julie Mao.
We know who's pulling the strings?
Let's play it through. Scientists on Phoebe discover something. The OPA gets wind of it. They send a crew out to steal it. Someone with a lot of power, a lot of resources, will do anything to keep it quiet. He holds the key.
Radiation levels are off the charts.
You tell anyone about this?
Just you.
What about this? Copies?
Uh-oh. Don't trust her. Star Helix is behind this.
Erase Detective Miller's case files and cancel all his clearances.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're fired.
Dawes. He bought you.
Get out. Help Mr. Miller find the door. If he gives you any problems, feel free to shoot him.
Oh. OPA security. Yeah. Okay, so it's not a Star Helix thing. It's a Dawes bought her thing. Man, I'm trying to wrap my head around all this.
Thanks.
Tyco Control, this is gas freighter Rocinante requesting clearance for departure.
And here we go. So they're the only crew? Or do they get some of Fred's guys too? Looks like it's just the four of them. Okay. Okay, we definitely got a few answers, but we also got a lot more plot development that raises more questions. But, oh man, I like that we spent some quiet time with the characters this episode. We had just a couple of chats at the bar, which can be very enlightening. We also got that great conversation between Dawes and Miller. I thought they would be working more closely. I thought they would end up working towards the same purpose. Maybe not trusting each other, but they're both, their goal is to get Julie. But maybe now that Miller's fired, yeah, I don't know, because if you would think if Miller was fired, okay, now he's just going to pursue it's the classic detective thing, you know. You're suspended. Give me your badge and your gun, and then the guy goes off and solves the case on his own. And I suspect that's still going to happen. And you would think the first person he would go to would be Dawes for more information. But if Dawes bought off his boss to get Miller fired, then I don't see how that's going to work. So where's Miller going to go? What's his next avenue? He's burned the OPA. They don't trust him. He's a Walla Walla. So yeah, I don't know how he does this. The level of potential betrayal on this show is so high right now. The more we learn about people, the more we realize that their allegiances are split. We found out Alex was ex-Martian, for instance. Now we've learned that the guy Christian was talking to in the aquarium, he's got a spy on Fred Johnson's place on Tycho that Christian was trying to exploit. Fred had somebody on the Scopuli with a code name that is escaping me at the moment, but what's I guess I need to know what's the dynamic between Fred Johnson and Dawes. They're both theoretically OPA, but are they aligned? I don't know, man. I love how complicated and confusing this world is, and it's like say you had never watched you knew nothing about American politics, and then you just decided to tune in to CNN for the first time ever, full time, and you just started watching CNN, and that was how you started learning about American politics. You would start wrapping your head around it, but it might take you 4 years to fully figure out the ins and outs of how it all works, because basic assumptions are made that the average person in the show already knows, and so there's no reason to spell that stuff out. But for us viewers, we're coming from a place with much less information, and we have to learn it organically as it's hinted at in conversation and whatnot. So yeah, man, I thought we would spend more time on Tycho. I thought we'd get more with Fred Johnson. I can't imagine he's done with, but the Rocinante with our 4 survivors of the Cant are now they're off to the Scopuli to see if Fred's mole is still alive. And we can assume that he's not, because as far as we know, but that doesn't make any sense, because they've already been to the Scopuli and they know there were no life forms aboard. We never saw Julie Mao die back in the pilot. We saw her discover whatever that was in the engine room, maybe. And then I think she screamed and that was it. I wonder if that was the result of what was the big breakthrough on Phoebe. But if Julie's alive, she's not on the Scopuli. She's been taken by someone. Maybe whoever blew up the Cant. That's entirely possible. Maybe other crew of the Scopuli were also taken because Julie was trapped in that hatch for a while before she got back out. So maybe other crew were taken away. Or maybe everybody's dead, Julie included. I'm having fun with this, but I want to binge this is what it boils down to. Like, I want to watch like the rest of season 1 and all of season 2 before I go to sleep today. And that's just not going to happen. That would be terrible reacting. So I need to pace myself. Which hurts because I want answers. I want answers now. Anyway, maybe we'll get some more next week. So until then, everybody, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.